Here's something that'll mess with your head. That $25 DoorDash order you just placed. If you're 18 right now, that single decision just cost your 40-year-old self $175. Not $25, $175. And if you do that twice a week, you just traded being a millionaire at 40 for some Chipotle that gave you food poisoning anyway. The timeline from broke to millionaire isn't some mystery. It's shockingly predictable. And it starts with a choice you're making this week. Let's talk about what nobody tells you. Gen Z college grads expect to make $101,500 in their first job, according to 2025 ZipRecruiter data. The actual average? $68,400. That's a brutal $33,000 gap. But here's the twist. That gap doesn't matter at all. The millionaires at 40, most of them never made six figures in their 20s. They just understood one thing everyone else missed. Meet Sarah. She's 18, working at Target for $15 an hour. After rent, food, car insurance, and her phone bill, she's got about $700 left every month. That $700 disappears so fast, she can't even remember where it went. Here's what nobody told Sarah. If she takes $200 of that $700 and invests it every month starting right now, by 40, she'll have $153,000. She's only putting in $52,800 of her own money. The other $100,000, that's just her money making money while she sleeps. That's compound interest. But wait. $153,000 isn't a million. This is where most people stop reading. That's because you're thinking about this wrong. The trick isn't saving the same amount forever. It's that your income goes up, but your spending doesn't have to. Meet Marcus. At 23, he's making $50,000 a year. When he was making $30,000 at 20, he was saving $200 a month. Now, he's still living like he makes $30,000, but saving $400 a month instead. This is the secret every millionaire by 40 uses. When you get a raise, you raise your savings rate, not your lifestyle. By 28, Marcus has about $75,000 invested. Still not a million, but here's where it gets wild. That $75,000 is generating $7,500 a year in returns on its own. That's $625 a month he's making without working. When you hit $75,000, you're not in survival mode anymore. A $1,000 car repair doesn't destroy you. You have options. Your brain literally starts thinking differently about money. Now the acceleration kicks in. By 28, you're probably making around $70,000 a year if you've been strategic. You're saving $800 a month now. Watch what happens. At age 28, you have $75,000 invested. By the time you hit 30, that's grown to about $110,000. When you reach 35, you've crossed the $250,000 mark. By 37, you're sitting on $350,000, still not a million. But we've been conservative. We assumed you stayed at $70,000 forever. Real life doesn't work that way. Most people's earnings peak between 35 to 50. Let's say by 35 you're making $90,000. Not unrealistic if you've changed jobs strategically. You're still living modestly because you figured out that impressing people is expensive and pointless. Now you're saving $1,200 a month. With that adjustment alone, you cross $1 million between age 39 and 40. Not at 65 when you're too old to enjoy it. At 40, through basic math that's been working since forever. Just by understanding something your friends spending $700 a month on car payments will never figure out. And that's the hidden factor everyone misses. It's not just what you save, it's what you avoid wasting. The average new car payment in 2025 is over $700 a month. Over 10 years, that's $84,000 in payments for something losing value the second you drive it off the lot. Invest that same $700 instead. In 10 years, you have $150,000. The choice between a new car and a reliable used car is literally the difference between broke and wealthy at 40. That's not motivational speaking, that's just math. Same thing with rent. The difference between a $1,500 apartment and a $1,200 apartment is only $300 a month. Over 10 years invested, that only $300 becomes $60,000. Every single only decision you make compounds either toward wealth or toward being 40 and broke. The people who are millionaires at 40 aren't the ones making $200,000 and spending $195,000. They're the ones making $70,000 and spending $50,000. The gap matters more than the total. So, what do you actually do? 3 things you can start this week. First, open a Roth IRA. Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab. Takes 30 minutes. Put in $50 if that's all you can afford. Invest it in an S&P 500 index fund. Don't try to pick stocks, just set it and let compound interest do the work. Second, track every dollar for 1 month. Most people are shocked to find they spend $400 on food delivery or $200 on subscriptions they forgot existed. You can't fix what you don't measure. Third, Calculate your real hourly wage. Take your monthly income after taxes. Divide by hours worked. If you pay $25 for DoorDash and your real wage is $12 an hour, that meal cost you 2 hours of your life. This mental shift changes everything. The path from broke to millionaire by 40 is $200 a month at 18, $400 at 23, $800 at 28, $1,200 by 35. It's avoiding the stupid tax of financing things that lose value. It's understanding that compound interest is the difference between having options at 40 and working until you're 70. You're learning this at 17, 18, 20. Right now. Most people don't figure it out until 35 when they realize they've wasted the most valuable years. You're already ahead. The path exists. The math works. The only question is whether you'll actually do it, or whether you'll be the person at 40 scrolling through Instagram wondering why everyone else has their financial life together, while you're still living paycheck to paycheck, driving a car you can't afford to impress people you don't even like. Your 40-year-old self is watching. What you decide this week determines whether they're a millionaire or still broke. Choose wisely.